Today I'm going to explain about MVC applications. The model view controller is an architectural pattern that separates an application into three main logic components: the model, the view, and the controller. Each of these components are built to handle specific development aspects of an application. MVC is one of the most frequently used industrial standard web development framework to create scalable and extensible projects. So here there are three main components we can find. They are model, view, controller. So now I'm going to explaining each of them. Model. The model components corresponds to all the data related logic that the user works with the data and the other manipulations. This can represent either the data that is being transferred between the view and the control components or any other business logic related data. For example, a customer object will retrieve the customer information from the database, manipulate it and update it data back to database or use it to random data. So like that, view actually it's a component is used for all the UI logic of applications. For example, the customer view will include all the UI components such as text boxes, drop down, etc. that the final user interacts with it. Okay, so next we can come to controller. Actually, controller acts as an interface between model and view components to process all the business logic and incoming requests, which will manipulate data using the model component and interact with the views to render the final output. For example, the customer controller will handle all the interactions and inputs from the customer view and update the database using the customer model. The same controller will be used to view the customer data. So same like that. So in MVC applications, how it works and how it support with the ASP.NET, everything I will go into explain now. So I think you got the idea of a model view control and how it works and how they are interrelated. Everything I think you got it. So again, I'm going to give you some idea about ASP.NET MVC. Actually, ASP.NET supports three major development models like web pages, web forms, and MVC model with control like that. ASP.NET MVC Framework is a lightweight and a highly testable presentation framework. So that is integrated with the existing ASP.NET features such as master pages, authentication with the .NET itself. Okay, this framework actually is defined in the system web MVC assembly. The latest version of the MVC framework is 5, actually 5.0. So we use Visual Studio to create a ASP.NET MVC application which can be added as a template in Visual Studio. So I'll give you an example how a template we created here. Look, I will show you the templates. The template itself, all components are itself created by Visual Studio. So we need to just create this application. First we have to go to File, Open New Project, and I have already created a project, so I am not going to creating. So I'll explain how it's working, how we can create. So select the ASP.web application framework and give your some example of the application name like um, test. Okay, and create it. So after that, there are some components we will see that MVC, web forms, MD.